What happened to the bully in your class? In jail for strangling his girlfriend. Thankfully she survived. He was killed shortly after being released from prison. He apparently had a beef with someone and went to their house with a gun, kicked in their front door, and was immediately shot and killed. He died the summer after graduating high school. Mixed too many drugs and alcohol at a party. Very sad for his younger brother, who was a great person despite his brother. I kid you not. We had a 5-foot-tall bully in our school. He gained favor with some of the bigger bullies, and I suppose that afforded him carte blanche to act like them. Anyways, a few short years after HS, he fucked with the wrong dude at a party and they followed him home and shot him dead on his mom's front lawn. He is in Leavenworth serving a life sentence for murder. No one was surprised when they found this out. The boy bully married the girl bully, they had a kid then divorced. Shocking. What is the worst thing about being your current age? 71. Body is beginning its inevitable slowdown. Not happy. Edit. Thanks for all the kind responses. I still try to keep fit. Do some jogging, some stationary bicycling and some really light lifting. But it sure takes a lot more effort than it did previously. And keeping the extra pounds off is really difficult. Also had a bout with prostate cancer, which happens to just about every man sooner or later. The saying is that you either die with prostate cancer or from it, which was successfully dealt with by surgery but which has left me, well, half the man I was before. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak, as the expression goes. Once the plumbing begins to fail, the rest follows. Still hope to be redditing for a while, though. 29 last year of being in that fruitful 20s stage. People expect that you should know by now. People also expect that you should get married and have kids or else whatever. Spoiler alert, I get tired just by existing. 34 just old enough to start thinking about getting old and no longer feeling young. 19 I have no idea what to do with my life. 24 empty wallet. 33. Feeling simultaneously young and healthy and old and broken down. There are days I wake up refreshed and crush it in the gym. And there are days I feel like I tweak my back washing dishes or some shit. What was your worst sh*t, I forgot moment? When you are finished with your final exam, bring it up front and turn it in, along with your term paper. Term paper? Quote. I was playing Forza, the racing game. The bots in single-player races use the names, cars of your friends in your friend list. Saw my buddy's name next to me on the starting line. Hadn't talked to him for a while. So I gave him a call. Number was disconnected. And I realized I forgot he died the year prior. My wife loves the All America Rejects and they were putting on a free concert 2 weeks ago in a town a few minutes away. Well, we somehow got the dates mixed up and ended up missing it by a week. Had a babysitter come over and everything, so when we got to the venue and found it empty, we realized our fuck up and went home. Still paid the babysitter for the full night and we played Mario Kart instead. I was a full-time photographer for years. Mostly newborns. One of the families hired me to also shoot the baby's baptism. I somehow got the date mixed up, and I was unaware until I got a very stern email from the mother saying, I don't know where you were. But I was so mortified and upset with myself. Their entire family had shown up for the event. Luckily they ended up forgiving me after initially being very upset, and we staged another without their family, so they'd at least have pictures. But it sucked. Edit 1. Thanks for all the upvotes. Here was the email I got from the mother. An attorney. After missing the baptism again, she did forgive me. We did recreate pics of the baptism. And she even went on to hire me for more newborn photos when she had her next child. I was going through a breakup at the time. And I guess I had a major brain malfunction. Definitely the worst mistake I ever made professionally. For the record, you missed my daughter's baptism and first birthday today. October 11th. It was today, not tomorrow. As clearly indicated in the many emails I exchanged with you. Needless to say, we were devastated when we arrived at the church with only our cell phones to use to capture the moment. It was a once-in-a-lifetime event, to which we had family coming in from Orlando, Miami, Venezuela, and Boston. It would have been nice to capture those memories. Which of course was the reason we hired you and paid you in advance for the full amount. The opportunity to make this right has passed. So I think it goes without saying that we are making a full demand for the full amount, the $500. If you do not reimburse us immediately, we have no problem filing a lawsuit against you. I regret to even have to bring up litigation. But you really dropped the ball on this one. There is no reason to preserve the business relationship because we will never hire you again. Please consider us a former client only and on behalf of everything holy. Please do not use us as a reference. Edit 2. After several emails of me apologizing, they decided I could give them a partial refund because they wanted to help me out as I said I was. So sorry and I felt terrible etc. and had taken on too many obligations and made a grave error. They knew I had just gone through an awful divorce and had 3 little boys plus had just got broken up with. My first relationship post-divorce. Hi, blank. I want to start this email by apologizing for my harsh words on previous communications. I was extremely upset at all the situation and sent the email in the heat of the moment. I am truly sorry about your whole situation, especially with your boys. I know in my heart that you are going through tough times. I can't imagine all the challenges you are facing right now. I also know you are a very talented photographer and hence our desire to make this right. We were wondering if you were interested in doing a shoot at the church. It will be basically us in the same outfits and blank in her baptism gown. I still have to contact the church to ask for permission and work the logistic. With maybe a switch of outfit for baby blank. What do you think? Quote. My mom and I loaded up the car and drove a long way to my sister's house for Christmas. We had packed all her cooking. We had forgotten the presents. I was out on a road trip one summer Saturday evening. Stopped for fuel, snacks and to check my phone. I had like 5 missed calls from different friends and a bunch of texts. Hit me like a sack of hammers. Shit, I forgot the wedding was today. Good friend was getting married. Like I'd bought a dress to go. Had made arrangements with a friend to share a hotel room. Was really looking forward to it. Somehow switched the weekends in my head. Even had touched base with friends the week leading up to it. Did some highly illegal motorcycling and got there by the time the reception was starting. Looked like a hot mess and my hair was an absolute disaster, but I still had fun. Civilization collapsed. Your username is your means of survival. How fucked are you? Figure things will go pretty well for me right until the uprising. At least I'm armed so it's not that bad. Ugh, find good cave. Ugh, survive. I guess I'm pretty well off actually. Very fucked. Subscribe, my brothers.